Hello everyone, my name is Rachel Ward, and the Giving Voice to Values case that I have selected to analyze is the tax return. In this case, Brenda prepared a tax return for the president of a company, Harry Cohn. After sending the return to her manager for her review, he asks to meet with her. During the meeting, he informs her that Mr. Cohn is infuriated that Brenda intends to include his lottery winnings on his tax return as revenue. Brenda mistakenly notes that the lottery winnings on his tax return won't make a difference because she will also be including the lottery losses, and they will create an offset and not affect the bottom line. Her manager informs her that the rule is that lottery losses are only included as an itemized deduction, and Mr. Cohn intends to take the standard deduction. Brenda's manager sends her back to her office to consider the matter, mentioning that this is a one-time request for her to remove both the winnings and the losings, and that the firm values staff members who are willing to be flexible in such situations, and that other staff members in similar situations have shown loyalty to the firm. Analyzing this case and Brenda's options moving forward using Kohlberg's 6 stages, Stage 1 is called obedience to rules and avoidance to punishment. This falls within the least mature pre-conventional level. At this level, Brenda may judge what is right by her own obedience to rules and authority. She may justify leaving the lottery winnings off the tax return to obey the authority of her manager. She also might make this choice if she thinks she won't get caught by the IRS. Stage 2 is satisfying one's own needs. Here, Brenda would view the rules and authority as important only if abiding by them satisfies her own needs. If Brenda thinks she might lose her job or promotional opportunities if she includes the lottery winnings in the tax return, she might justify leaving them off. We now move to the conventional level, where Stage 3 is an analysis based on fairness to others. Under this stage, Brenda will choose what to do not just based on rules, but also based on what is perceived by her to be best for others. She wants her coworkers, manager, and client to like her. So even though she might hesitate to remove the lottery winnings from the tax return because of the rule, the pressure from others might be enough for her to take it off. Stage 4 addresses law and order. Decision-making at this level is based on her duty to society and social order. Brenda may refuse to remove the lottery winnings because not including them is against the law. At Stage 5, we're now at the post-conventional level of Kohlberg's stages. Analysis here is based on social contracts, so Brenda is motivated by maintaining basic rights, values, and legal contracts of society. She may experience conflict between the legal and moral points, so she'll weigh her alternative options. Brenda might conclude that the negatives of losing her CPA license and her reputation if she were to remove the lottery winnings from the tax return would be worse than losing the opportunity to move up in her firm or being disliked by her manager. In the final stage, right and wrong are determined by universal ethical principles. The analysis goes beyond expectations of managers or the firm and even beyond the law, as Brenda decides what to do, and her decision here would be based on universal principles solely, by which all would abide if they were in her same situation. Brenda's manager suggested that this was a one-time request and that the firm valued staff members who were willing to be flexible in similar situations, and that other staffers had been loyal to the firm in such situations. Brenda could counter this by addressing that abiding by the tax law now could save Mr. Cohn down the road when he won't have to amend his tax returns if he is to get caught. She could also protect the firm's reputation by following the tax code. Ultimately, Brenda could argue that because deep down she knows that abiding by the rules and regulations of the tax law is the right thing to do, she will not compromise on this. Assuming Brenda gave in to her manager's request to omit the winnings, and a similar situation arose again the next year, Brenda would be in a really tough spot. Not only would she have entered the slippery ethical slope that would make it easy for her to not bat an eye at doing it again, also the tax firm could hold her previous unethical actions against her to coerce her into repeating the behavior. It would be much more difficult for Brenda to say no to violating the tax code a second time after she already set an unethical precedent in the previous year. Thank you.